I'm emotionally broken.
Am I a man?
And depressed. I'm lonely.
I did my best.
Why, God? I feel so crazy. Maybe he should be with someone else. I'm angry.
I want to be a dad.
I'm so embarrassed. Infertility is like a darkness. Why am I broken? I can't believe this is happening. God, even if you don't do it for me, at least do it for him.
This is all my fault.
What if it never happened?
He deserves it.
Why?
Why, God?
Why me, God?
I'm so embarrassed.
Why isn't this
Maybe
working?
it should be with someone else.
God, even if you don't do it for me,
It hurts.
Why, God? Why? I'm tired.
I'm
what
ashamed.
if it never happened?
Emotionally.
Am I a man?
Do it for
I'm
him.
lonely.
I did
And
my
depressed.
best.
He deserves it.
Why? Why, God? Why, God?
It hurts.
I can't believe it. I feel so crazy.
I'm tired.
And
Am I a man?
why, God?
At least do it for him.
I'm ashamed.
He deserves it.
Why, God? Why isn't this working?
He
Why,
deserves
God?
it. What if it so embarrassed?
Why?
Even if you don't do it for me,
Heartbroken. Why?
he deserves it.
Infertility is like a darkness. Why, God?
Why, God?
Why, God? Why?
Tonight, we bare our souls. We are tired of people asking us idiotic questions about why we don't have kids yet. Tired of people asking us, what's taking so long? Tired of people throwing us pity parties. Yeah, I said it. Tired of people just being people. It is none of your business what is taking so long. My room is not open for discussion like the Monday morning paper. And why is it when you get to a certain age, everything has to be so calculated? I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm fully aware that at my age, my biological clock is ticking closer and closer to shutdown. But what I don't need is some big mouth, inconsiderate person telling me about my womb. If it were up to me, I'd have 2 kids by now. But it's not. Y'all would never believe some of the things that people are willing to say to somebody that's struggling with infertility. Let me tell y'all a story. So, one day, I'm leaving the grocery market, and I run into one of my mom's friends. And she's just going on and on about how her daughter is having her first child. Yay. And she goes on to mention how 4 years is a long time to go without giving your husband any kids. Says the unmarried and unattractive woman standing before me outside this grocery store. All right, I got you, sis. Then she goes on to mention how all of my friends are pregnant or have newborns of their own. Now wait a minute. How does she even know this? But I know. We all know. It's my mama. And she's been running her mouth again. Y'all, this is my life every day. But she wasn't done. She then suggests that I rub all up on one of my pregnant friends so that I can get pregnant myself. Now, she must have seen how my face broke down. I couldn't even believe it. If looks could kill, she'd have been dead. So she gonna try to clean it up. Talking about, I know you heard the old wives' tale. What I wanted to say was, you know I want to punch your old wide tail in the mouth. I did right. But y'all, I couldn't believe it. This is not what this is supposed to be. I am not about to rub on the belly of another woman just so that I can become pregnant myself. And how dare she? How dare she compare the magic of somebody else's womb to mine? That is not how this works. She don't know what it's like. Every month, I go through all 5 stages of depression and grief. I have the denial. I got the anger. I got that couple. But then you have the bargaining and more depression. And this last part, y'all, that's the part I struggle with the most. And that's acceptance. Accepting that might not be my time yet. I'm gonna have to wait. Or accepting. Accepting that my time might not come. I won't ever get to be a mother. And that's not something I can accept. She don't know. She don't know how my knees are bruised from praying and praying and praying every night, begging for this. She don't know all the hoping I do. She don't care. She don't know what it's like to take pregnancy tests after pregnancy tests after pregnancy tests and have each and every one come out negative. She don't know. She don't know what it's like to look at my bank account balance trying to figure out how I'm going to pay for these treatments. Because I gotta have them. I gotta have them. I can't give up on my baby, y'all. She don't understand. She don't know the disappointment of feeling your menstrual cramps. Every single cramp shedding another layer of hope for that month. It's gone. Opportunity is gone. She can't understand. I have a constant battle in my head of why me? Why me, Father? Why me? Why was I chosen from all this heartache? She don't know. She don't know the shame. I had to call my husband and tell that man that I lost his baby. She don't know. She don't know what that's like. How you constantly compare yourself to every other woman. Like, what's wrong with me? Why can't I have this? She don't know. Always afraid that another one of my friends is gonna call me and tell me they pregnant. That I'm gonna be the last one again. That every time we get together, I'm gonna be left out because I'm the only one. It's just me. She don't know. She don't know the fear of actually embracing this sense of loneliness. The way it wears on you, makes you weary. She can't possibly know the fear that I'm actually get so weary that I want to quit. That I'm gonna give up on my child. And I can't do that. Not now. She don't know.
ladies and gentlemen. This is the Chronicles of an Empty Room.
You see, pregnancy is a very natural thing. Can I get an amen?
Amen.
When God created woman, he had our bodies in mind to bear fruit. But what happens when you're struggling to do it?
Yeah.
Talk about it.
You see, that's when life gets hard.
Yeah.
Real hard. And you never really notice how many pregnant women are in the world until you are trying to conceive a child.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's as if the world has exploded into baby boom season. But your ticket and your tickets
Nowhere.
and my tickets,
Yeah.
they ain't nowhere to be
I
found.
don't even
Where
have
at? Y'all got my ticket? Y'all
Baby boom season seems to skip over you every time. And you start to notice everything.
You do start to notice everything. Let me tell y'all something.
Tell me.
People start to act differently around you.
Okay.
They start to talk differently around you. Don't they?
Yeah.
And they start to look differently around you.
They do.
Okay? And then you start to realize that
Pregnant women are everywhere.
Wait. I be feeling like that little boy from The Sixth Sense. I'm telling y'all, I be like, I see pregnant women.
We get it. Pregnant women are everywhere. They're at the grocery store.
Pregnant women at Target, at Hobby Lobby, at Walmart.
girl, pregnant women at the bus station, the train station,
Okay.
the airport, the lax station. They even play PlayStation.
Let's not even get on social media, all right?
Oh,
You want to be clinically depressed in what, 2.5 seconds? Jump up on Facebook.
Hello.
They got all their baby announcements, them weird little black and white pictures talking about I'm pregnant on Facebook. And then they get on Instagram.
Yes.
And they want to pop balloons for gender reveal. All over Instagram. Like I care.
Don't forget about Twitter.
Oh, girl.
girl, yeah, Twitter too. They done just peed on the stick, just got confirmation talking about this fetus is the reason why I'm living.
But ladies, y'all know what really grinds my gears?
What? That you can see a pregnant woman at the club.
Oh, wait. What are you doing?
Twerking.
Break your head.
That's a shame. Okay? It's a shame.
That is a shame.
It's a shame.
But y'all got pregnant women at work.
Uh-huh.
They at school.
Yes.
And they definitely at church.
Wait a minute. We cannot crack on women at the church. Why not at the church?
Why?
Because God told us to be fruitful and multiply. Did he not?
Okay, but wait, because when that multiplication sign turned into a subtraction sign, let's talk about that.
You're doing too much. You're doing
I'm
too
just
much.
saying.
You're doing too much. But then again, every married woman under the age of 36 is pregnant in my church. So y'all get the gist, right? Pregnant women are just everywhere.
Hey, we ain't done yet. Pregnant women be on TV.
Okay.
Movies.
Yes.
They be on Netflix.
Yes, they do.
Yes, pregnant women at the gym.
They do. Pregnant women on Asia, in London, Antarctica.
Pregnant women in every country in the world. We understand.
Right. You got tall pregnant women such as
You got fat pregnant women.
Oh.
I know this is sort of topic when you pregnant and I respect that. However, there are just some women that you don't know whether or not they pregnant or if they just fat.
I need to lose 50 pounds and 600-pound life is on
is them sad, angry, pregnant women.
Yes.
You know the ones. The I didn't plan this pregnancy. It's not the right time. Those are the worst. Girl, get on out here.
You have the joyful pregnant woman, the I am one with nature pregnant woman.
Oh, yes.
I ain't getting no other Zoom, no matter what pregnant woman.
Crazy.
That's that Erica Badu type pregnant woman.
But on the real, ladies, what all these pregnant women have in common is someone like me.
Like me.
Like me. Definitely like me.
Like me?
Women like us. Your sister, your friend, your cousin, your co-worker. We're all struggling to conceive. We are your 1 and your 8.
I'm the one who will struggle to conceive.
I'm the one that will miscarry while every woman around them have full-term babies.
I'm the one who would have to pay thousands of dollars just for a doctor to help me have a baby.
I'm the one who will have to adopt to fill the hole in my heart for the baby that I wanted so badly, but couldn't have.
We are the 1 in 8 women who hope and pray to one day be that glowing,
Happy,
Angry.
content, beautiful.
Woman bubbling with anticipation of holding her own newborns. We are the women whose wombs cry out for the heartbeat of our own blood.
We are the women who will continue the watching and the waiting of it just one day being us.
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 There are many things that happen when a couple is trying to conceive. But the most entertaining part of it all, the most important part of it all, is going to that good old internet and finding what positions work just for you.
For the past 2 years, my partner and I have been trying to conceive. As you can see, we have not been successful. So we have made up our minds and we are trying new positions. Now when I say new positions, I mean a lot of positions. Until I get that positive on my test. It has totally become my new obsession. So he was like, "Hun, you think you can get on Google and research some different sex positions that'll help us?" At first, I was really offended, like, so you don't think what we doing is good enough? You gonna say, no. I want to make sure that we're using all our options so that we can become parents. Okay. Being a good submissive wife that God blessed him. So, y'all want to know positions we're going to try? Do you want to know? Y'all work in social service. But I'm going to tell you what positions we're going to try. So it's actually a lot of positions. Obviously, the missionary position is not working. At least, that's right. Doctors be like, the missionary position is the best position to get pregnant. However, in our case, not so much. But on top of all the positions, no pun intended, I'm also taking all of the vitamins that God has ever created. vitamins A, vitamin B, vitamin C, D, E, F. You get it? And I'm also a vegan, pescatarian, vegetarian. Oh, you're fake vegan. And then on Monday, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays, I do the keto diet. You know, watching my carbs. Them biscuits at Texas Roadhouse be But then, you know, I do that 10-day green smoothie cleanse to wash out all those carbs and biscuits. Oh, and I can't forget about the fertility tea that my mama brought me back from the Bahamas. I drink this twice a day. I got a whole bag. And now, it's time for me to go ahead and get my sex game on point. Ooh, so that all those little men can swim up in me. Right on now. So let's see. I'm gonna need some of y'all help. So when I go like this, can I get ooh? Ooh. Ooh. That was weak. I'm gonna try again. Can I get ooh? Ooh. Oh, I ain't get to y'all. Can I get ah? Ah. So y'all know that song, right? Who knows? Sing it with me. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Do it again. Ooh. Ah. Okay. Ooh. Ah. So, the first position that we want to try is called the glowing triangle. Okay. Ah. So this position is very similar to the missionary position. However, for this position, my man will be on all fours with his legs extended out and my pelvis slapped and raised. This sounds very interesting. However, I cannot see me telling my man what to do with his legs. I can just see us now, all tangled up in a place of no escape. So the next position I actually read about in the article. Yes, I read. This position is called the plow. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Get that out. So this position is going to be a little difficult because, girl, I don't work out at all. But for this position, you're actually going to be a wheelbarrow. Y'all tried it, don't you? So, for this position, you're actually going to stand on your legs, on your arms, with your legs in the air, while your man holds onto your legs and penetrates deeply. All the things we do to have children. I can just see me now giving way to the weight of my arms. I'm going to struggle to hold up the top part of my body. Who came up with this stuff? Let's just move on to the next one. So the next one on my list is called the splitting bamboo, one of Kama Sutra's most famous position. Now, come on. Ooh. All right. Okay. Ooh. Do it again. Woo! I might have to stop. My husband might see me. So this one, I think we can try this. So for this position, I'm actually going to stand and throw my leg over my man's shoulder while he straddles my thigh and holds onto my leg for position. My man using my legs for support. I don't think that's gonna work. I get Charlie horses way too easy. The first time I got a Charlie horse, I thought I was being possessed by that dog. I'm serious, I really did though. So you know, it's just another position. See, they try more. Matter of fact, when you get some time, no matter of fact, pull out your phones. Y'all all got phones. Let me see your phones in the air. Come on. Let me see your phones. holy missionary position one last time. But after it's all said and done, I'm just gonna throw my legs up on that wall with my pelvis raised. Yeah, that's exactly what I'm gonna do.
No one ever asks, am I okay? No one ever says, hey Mike, you all right? Well, to answer your non-existent question, no, I'm not all right. You see, I'm frustrated and confused. My wife wants me to express my feelings. You hear that, right? Come on, guys, you hear that, right? Tell me how you feel. It's tall. Hey, it takes two to communicate. Well, how do I tell her that this whole situation is driving me absolutely insane? How do you tell the woman that you love that you secretly blame her for being in this whole situation? I blame her for me not being a father. So no, I'm not okay. And I'm darn sure not all right. For years, we've gone from doctor to doctor to doctor. And they all say the same thing, man. She got so much scarring from years of endometriosis. So it's okay. Look, I'm your man. I love you. We're gonna work it out. So we have a surgery. Okay? We did another surgery. The doctor said, no. We did another surgery. You know what it does? It leaves the scarring on top of more scarring, on top of more scarring. We're right back where we started. Oh my God. Sometimes I just wish you would have told me in the beginning. Say, hey, Mike, you know what? I have a problem. At least give me a chance to decide if I want to be a part of this or not. I mean, come on now, right? Tell me. No, I can't say that. No, God, I'm sorry. It's the love of my life, no, the love of my life. I took vows. I said, in sickness and in health. In sickness and in health. I said, I mean it. This is really hard. This is really hard. This is God. God, this is hard. God. You said in your word, be fruitful and multiply. I read your word. I believe that. But you robbed us. You did it. You robbed her and you robbed me. We were the first one of our friends to get married. The very first. Our honeymoon, sat around, tried to plot our little lifestyle with you. I mean, you're young, you're in love. Once we have a family, when should we start? 1 year? 2 years? What's the wait, right? What's the rush? Let's enjoy being married. Let's enjoy us. If I'd have known then, what I know now, we would have started that night. I never in my wildest dreams imagined I'd be here. 10 years later. 10! Now you know what I gotta deal with now? The Facebook posts, the tweets. We're expecting. Boy, girl, let's pop a balloon. I hate you any balloon. I hope you choke on them balloons. Johnny got a hit day. Jesse's in gymnastics. I hope she breaks a leg, literally. No, you don't know what I gotta deal with. I see that, and you know what comes in my mind? I gotta deal with that emotional tornado as soon as I go through the door. Y'all just don't know this stuff. A couple nights ago, me and my wife got into such a heated argument. It was bad. And it's always the same stuff now. I mean, more and more. We just got to decide we're gonna keep paying for these bills for this treatment. This stuff ain't cheap, man. Every time we kick it out money, every time we turn around, it's a new drug, it's a new treatment, it's a new procedure. This was gonna work, this was gonna work, this was the last one didn't work, but this was gonna do it for you this time. And she said something to me that I never thought she'd say. Mike, I know this is hard for you. If you wanna leave me, find somebody else out there so you can be involved, I understand. Oh, you understand. You understand. How you fix your lip to tell me that? You understand? I've been here 10 years. 10 years! Your pastor wasn't here. Your father, your mother, your brother, I was here. Me! I stood there. I dried every tear. How you gonna say that to me after what we've been through? I don't care about the baby. I love you. I married you. I've been here through it all. And she gonna tell me that. She gonna fix her lips and tell me that. She just want me to be happy though. She know how I weigh, but she just want me to be happy. She just want me to be happy, God. I don't know why, God. I told her, I said, how would you say that to me after what we've been through together? She didn't yell. She didn't raise her voice. She didn't even get mad. She said, because you deserve to be a father. I had nothing left, though. I had nothing left to give. I just held her. I just held her. And it just hit me. It just came over me like a silent killer, that cold realization. I may never know what it's like to be a dad. I may never have those moments where I get to rock my kids to sleep. I can't take it. I may never see him graduate. I may never see him go off to college. That won't be me. That won't be me. Wow, what did I do wrong? What did I do? God, why are you putting me like this? Wow, what did I do? What did we do? God, it's not fair. It's not fair. God, it's not fair. God, so bad. I didn't do nothing wrong. I love them. I just love the God. That's all I did. I just love him. Why did you do this, God? I'm sorry if I did, but if I did, I'm sorry. Just make it right. God, just make it right. God. I'm sorry, but if I did, just make it right. Please, God. So no, I'm not okay. Mike's not okay.
I am angry. Like really angry. I'm so tired of people announcing that they are pregnant. I don't know what to do. It has become a thorn in my flesh, and I'm mad about it. I'm not saying that these people don't deserve to be pregnant. But really, every month, no. Every week, someone has something to tell me. And they always started off the same. I have something to tell you. Those words ring like poison to my ears. And at this point in my life, when you hear that combination of words, you're either jumping for joy or you're exiled into the sunken place. You often hope it's something that you really do want to hear, but you've heard it so many times in the past couple of years, you know exactly what they're going to say. Girl, I got something to tell you. Oh, so you lean in and you get close, and she says, Marcus and I having a baby. You're going to be an auntie. Yeah. Is your reply. You now have to detach your heart from your brain like it's a surgical procedure. So you can act normal and not go into a cycle of crying for the next week. I have something to tell you, just always so predictable. Oh, but as time goes on, your friends, they start to get clever with their announcements, which makes it even more difficult for you to keep your emotions in check. So listen, my friend Stacy and I, we went to a concert, right, with a few of our other friends. She sat a few seats down for me, and she motioned for me to come by her. Come in. I have something to show you, she mouthed. Yo, when I tell y'all, she smiled at me with a big old Kool-Aid smile. So I said, excuse me, pardon me. Oh, pardon me. Had all my other friends excited to see the juicy and the scandalous gossip. Only to find out that it's not something juicy and it's not something scandalous, but yet another woman's womb on black and white pixels with a small little dot in the middle. It's a picture I've grown accustomed to seeing on another woman's phone. Every other woman's phone but my own. And I'm pissed about it. While she has the phone in my face, I struggle to make the words escape from my mouth. I take a deep breath. I bury my heart in my pocket. And I say what I have to say. I am so happy for you. The smiles and the hugs that I give, they feel like stabs come out wounded. I fight my heart and my mind as I try to hold back the tears that are hiding behind my smile. I nod my head with excitement, but with each nod, I am slowly breaking under the pressure of just being a good friend. Another person pregnant. Another friend pregnant. Yeah, she is my friend. But I can feel hurt. I can feel embarrassment. I can feel ashamed. I can feel any emotion I want to feel. She hasn't been trying like 6 years of trying. But while you're feeling these thoughts and emotions, the next phase of the pregnancy announcement is the hardest. It's the moment of acceptance that everyone is expecting from you. While they're all staring at you to gauge your reaction, they all know exactly what you're going through. So the judgment of your reaction is what they're waiting for. Oh no. Oh, but you can't let them see you breaking under pressure. So you build up enough strength from somewhere to answer the questions and respond to the comments that you know are sure to come. Aren't you excited? Yeah, I am so happy for them. I mean, if you really are, then you have to hear
Oh, I knew she would be next. Yeah, me too. Because my womb has been empty for so long that you couldn't possibly think that I was next. Can you believe it? She only tried once. Once. I stand there as a statue, hoping that something, that anything would come and distract me from this moment. You hope that God himself would come down to console you, to comfort your heart and comfort your mind, but he doesn't. Don't get me wrong, I'm happy for all my friends, I really am. But what the hell is going on here? I mean, if I have to hear, I have something to tell you, or come here, or aren't you excited? One more time, I will scream, I don't care! I know it's wrong. Trust me, I do. But I really just don't care. I'm angry. When is it going to be my time to show black and white pictures on the screen? When am I going to be happy? I'm pissed that it hasn't happened yet. But you know, honestly, I guess I really don't care. That's it was me. Sorry. You know what? Not sorry.
Look, I'm gonna break this down real simple. Come on now. He makes this like caveman simple. Alright. We already know how this stuff works. Alright, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, man. You don't need no advice from your dad, right? Granddad, and uncles out here. We just don't need it.
No. We don't need anybody to tell us to change our drawers or anything like that. Because first of all, that's weird, and second of all, this is my prep square.
Look, man. I'm gonna wear five. I'm gonna wear five. I'm gonna wear briefs. Your man gonna wear briefs. Boy, my wife knows I could go commando. I like the breeze, man. Come on now, the thing coming, baby.
No. You know what I'm tired of? I'm tired of people like attacking our women. Like, getting us in public, asking us questions like, is everything okay down there?
And you know what, man? We don't need to watch our diets, neither.
Thank you.
I like my fried chicken, collard greens, cornbread, hard balls, and chips.
Say that louder for the people in the back, man.
I like my fried chicken, collard greens, hard balls, and
You know what else too, man? I want people to stop talking behind our backs because they feel sorry for us.
Oh, man. You know what, man? You know what? All kidding aside, bro. They should feel sorry for us.
Why should they feel sorry?
Because it's their fault, man.
Oh, man.
All their fault.
Stop asking us when we're gonna have little kids running all over the place.
Oh, man. Stop asking us all kinds of those questions, man. It's just all out of the way.
I'm tired of it because, look, man, what do you got to encourage your woman? What you got to do? You tell me, I guarantee I got all both of y'all beat. I guarantee you. What do you do to encourage your woman? With all the stuff, she see these tweets and emojis about babies and stuff like that. What do you do?
Right, we get tired of it, man. Tired of it all the time, man. And we're tired of all of the yapping and the nagging. Because we get in trouble of it because of your ignorance.
Man, we the ones that gotta go to Walmart and get the box of tissue.
Come on.
Then we gotta go to the liquor store, get a box of wine. At the end of that, I feel like I gotta get the box ring and get everybody right. Like, come on.
Look, bro, I wish I had that problem. I wish I had that. I told you I got you on beat, man.
Oh, what you got?
Look, man, ever since my wife been to church now, man,
Okay.
I doing they gotta be TD Jakes in my own house, man. I got
Maybe it'll be naturally, you know, the good old bump grind.
I've been trying to keep working that way. But I mean, all kidding aside, man, 2019, man, maybe we'll die. No shame in that. Ain't no shame in that.
Well, brothers, listen to me, man. We may have to accept the fact that it just wasn't in the card for us to have kids or be dads.
Nah, my wife makes up, man.
Yeah.
That good, bro. I think I can.
But the point is, just leave us alone.
It has been 5 years since I had the most emotional week of my life. It was in the month of April, and I had been 2 weeks late for my cycle. And so I decided that I was going to take a pregnancy test. Because after all, I was 2 weeks late, and I'm like clockwork, 28 days. So I went to the store, and I bought a pregnancy test. Took the test, and I paced back and forth because it was just too much to take. I paced back and forth, back and forth. My heart was pounding out of my chest. I took a deep breath, picked up the test, and it said positive. It was positive. I couldn't believe it. So I went back to the store to pick up 5 more tests. Just to make sure it wasn't a fluke, you know. And I took a deep breath again, and my heart started pounding even harder. Felt like it was just gonna explode from out of my ears. And each and every one popped up positive. Each and every one. I was so excited. I was on baby then, so I knew my husband was coming home from work. So I ran to the store, got a small little gift box. I put a onesie in it. I put a pacifier in it. And I said, I'm gonna just wait here till he gets home. Finally, the time has come. And it was like a secret between me and this embryo that was growing on the inside of me, something I was responsible for. So we came home, got dressed for the evening, and I gave it to him and said, hey, I was thinking about you today. He opened it, and the twinkle in his eyes was so different. The twinkle in his eyes meant that finally, after 2 years of trying, finally, my dreams have come true. I'll never forget that day. So instantly, my mind was on baby. We lived on the 3rd floor of our apartment complex, and you should have seen how I would walk up the steps. I mean, this thing is not even big enough to call slowness, but I would walk 1, 2, 3. Well, it took me 30 minutes to get home, 30 minutes to get up the steps.
but I didn't want anything to happen to my baby. So finally, I said, it finally happened. It's the best gift this year. It's going to be a Christmas baby. It was going to be the best gift this year. So I wanted to tell my parents, but I decided to wait just a little while. So on Monday, we were just happy because that's when we took the test. Tuesday, even more. Wednesday, I'm getting gifts. Thursday, I'm just so excited and elated. And then Friday. Friday was like any other day. He woke up, kissed me on my forehead. I got up not too long after, decided to take a shower to get ready for work. Had a concert that night. The day was going to go fabulous. I felt a little cramping. Felt like just had to take a little bowel movement. So I just hopped out the shower. You know how we do, ladies. Hop out, keep the water running so you can get back in the shower. But I'm sitting there talking to my future son, or daughter, or future son and daughter, or two daughters, or son and son, or it could be three. And when I wiped, there was blood. And I'm not talking about a little bit of blood that Google says is normal. I'm talking about a lot of blood. Instantly, called the doctor. I'm hysterical. I'm an emotional creature. Very emotional. Called the doctor. They told me to come in. They took my blood, measured my hormones. There's nothing we can do right now, but let's wait it out. They'll call me later with my results. But I had already felt the slipping of this thing that I wanted so badly. So, just like a normal person who don't want to lose time from work, what did I do, y'all? Went to work. Who would go to work when they feel something slipping from their life? Like a greased banana, who would do that? But I did it. I did it because I didn't know what else to do. I went to work. My supervisor seen how upset I was. Told me to go home. I went home. The steps that I was once taking my time up, I sped up those steps just so I can let go of my tears in my house. They might say, just maybe something just happening. My mom said she bled first time. Maybe it's just something that's, genetic. That's what I thought. But then I got that phone call. I could hear the nurse breathing. I could hear her breathing. Her breathing sounds so sorrowful. As she tried to brace herself for the words that were surely to come. So I sat there and I listened. She said, "Ma'am, I'm sorry, but you are having a miscarriage." Her words rang like poison to my ears and just kept ringing. "Ma'am, you're having a miscarriage. Let me tell you what happened." I don't care about what happened. Where's my baby? So now I'm sitting on my couch, trying to figure out how am I going to tell This man that had such a twinkle in his eyes on Monday, that Friday is gone. How do you do that? A man so loving and gentle. So I waited, I called, said, you need to come home right away. Right away. He did. But the look in his eyes when he came around the corner was different. His eyes were different. He knew that our chances of being parents in that year had been flipped away from us like a greased banana is gone. So now here we are 5 years later, supporting and loving on everyone around us, hoping and praying to ask God why. Why did you take our baby? Why, God, why did you take our baby? Now, here we are 5 years later, 5 IUIs later, 2 canceled, 3 negative. How? What do we do? So I asked God why. Why, God? Why did you take our baby?
When your friends are afraid to tell you they're pregnant, you know friends, you're in bad shape. That means you've been talking about your weak womb for so long they feel like you can't handle the news. Newsflash, I'm a big girl. I can handle it. I've gone once. Nope. I've gone years. Hearing and seeing every woman in my life announce on social media they're pregnant. What's one more? Okay? Just come on out and say it. Friend, I'm pregnant. Friend, I'm with child. Friend, I'm knocked up. Just tell me. Okay? I'm not as fragile as you think I am. Stop going around in circles with me. Stop asking other people how to tell me that you're pregnant. Just tell me. Hell, I may commit suicide later. I may jump in front of a bus. But don't not tell me on account of my empty womb. Okay? Oh, I almost forget. Please, don't send that stupid text. I've been struggling with how to tell you with everything that's going on with you, but I'm pregnant. Really? I thought you were my friend. If you're my friend, just call me and tell me. I'm not as fragile as you think I am. I'm really not. I'm just one of those women, okay? It's taking a while for me to get pregnant, but I'm fine. I'm really fine. But you know what's crazy? Those same women who think I'm too fragile to handle the news, yep, those are the ones, they want me to be their child's godmother. You want me to be this precious little baby, this fresh smelling infant. You know that smell I'm talking about. Stop, okay? Stop trying to make me the godmother. I'm gonna have children of my own. No, I am gonna have children of my own. And I do not want to be bombarded with your children taking up all of my time and my money, okay? There is a rule that will be in place once my child gets here. 1 gift per godchild. Got it? 1 gift per godchild. Nope, I don't think y'all got it. Say it with me. 1 gift per godchild. Thank you. You understand. You would be surprised just how many people want you to be their child's godparents because you don't have kids of your own. Better yet, they don't think you're ever going to have them. They may not say it directly to you, but I promise you that's exactly what they're doing. They feel like by making you the godmother, it somehow eases your desire to want to have kids. I think they feel by making me the godmother, it somehow eases my pain of not having kids of my own. That's not how this works. Or Or you know what? Maybe they really make you the godmother because they love you. I don't know. But what I do know is that in the span of 1 year, I got not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 godchildren. You heard me right. 1 year, 4 godchildren. I'm sure we had some possibles too. They were just too afraid to ask. It was getting real ridiculous. I mean, ridiculous, okay? I had to shut it down. Well, my husband had to shut it down. I mean, he sat me down and he said, look, babe, I know you all nice and you want to be all motherly, you got baby fever, but get some balls about yourself. We cannot afford all these godchildren. All right? It blew my mind. He said, look, I need you to practice saying no. Say no. No. So I said, no. He said, nah, baby, nah. I need you to say it with your chest. With my, no? He said, nah. All right, we won't role play, okay? My husband pretends to be my friend Stacey. Here he comes into the room. Emily, Chuck and I are having a baby, and we want you and Jeff to be the god here. So, I practiced what my husband taught me. I held my chest up, and I said, no. He was so proud, okay? He felt like he had accomplished something with this one word. He even told me, he said, babe, put a smile with your nose. Look, guys, it's no need to bombard us with godchildren because you subconsciously feel sorry for us, okay? We're gonna get our moment. It's just not our time yet. And really, I'm okay with that. But while I'm waiting for my child, waiting for my blessing, I cannot go broke on yours.
Oh, hold on 1 second. When I see something broke, I just gotta try to fix it. Cause it's like since they started handing me that bag with a cup in it, my manhood has been up for judgment. And I'm a man. No, I'm a man's man. You know, I'm the big dog out here. You know what I'm saying? Whoop, whoop. When something breaks out here, I'm Mr. Fix It. When it's time to bring something in the house, I'm the one that go out there, pack you, just bringing them in. One trip. And when the spiders come out, all right, my wife's on her own with the spiders. But I was raised knowing that you meet a nice girl, y'all might get married and have some kids, and everything's good in the world, right? 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 Wrong. Everything's not okay in the world, especially not when another one of my wife's friends gets pregnant, and now she's looking at me like Mara just told her, I was the father. You know the look. And then they gotta deal with the beatboxing. I can go check on Dougie Fresh over there, but I know it's wrong, because tonight will be the 5th time they handed me that cup. 5th. I got 5 on it, y'all. And it's ironic because getting it on when you were younger, that was a good time, but this is kind of sad now. I'm looking at it with disgust because it represents the next 30 minutes of my life. Here I go, closing the door, locking it, because she'll bust in there, pulling out my phone, getting an incognito page open because I don't want anybody to see my filth. Don't judge me. And right when I'm getting into the swing of things and things about to work out, I get a, everything okay, man? Or a, I hope this is the last time we gotta use that car. Or this one. You need help in there? And while that last one doesn't sound too bad, it's not nearly as sexy as you think, because while she's over here doing her thing, something like, ooh, la la. my hand in a cup, feeling awkward. I'm stressed, y'all. I'm stressed. I'm stressed because I don't understand how we got here. I mean, my wife was pregnant before, but we lost the baby, miscarriage, things happen. It hasn't happened again since. And it's not like I don't put it down. Remember we talked to you, this is the big dog. Woo woo! Back before this cup, we were trying all kinds of techniques. I know y'all heard of the glowing triangle, right? But eventually, my wife got tired of me trying to turn her into a human wheelbarrow. She suggested that we go down to the fertility specialist. And at first I was a little iffy because, I'm like, doctors can be a little pokey, I'm sensitive back there. But she gave me what can only be described as like a crazy mama look. And before I knew it, we was in the car on our way down to the doctor. And that's when they first gave me the cup. And at first I went in there with a little bit of bass in my voice, like, yeah, we about to knock this test out and, making sure we get a 95 at least. Right, little man? They brought them test results back, and you never believe it, man. They said that my sperm is a little bit slow and got a funny shape to it. Straight up, I'm like, hell no! Y'all gonna have to take that test again. That must have been a bad batch. Hold on, let me get myself together. So they gave me another cup. I went back there, took a little bit of the bass out of my voice. Come on, sport. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. He looking back at me like. Got those test results back, and they were even worse. So now I'm not left. Now I'm pissed. So you telling me this is all my fault? And now my wife got me eating all these nasty vegetables. I'm sitting here like, what is a quinona? And she like, nah, that's quinoa. It's not spelled like that. Man, got me all paranoid. I'm reading labels like, nah, they got yellow 5 in it. You gotta take that back. It's like, is that whole milk? Nah, they got too much estrogen in it. Had to give up my glaucoma medicine. Just about to get in line for the green card. Oh man. And then I ain't even hear the worst yet. The worst. She brought all my drawers. I get out the shower, I'm thinking about to get my, my old faithful boxers. And I get out like, what is this? She said, no, they the new underwear, baby. They got a special pocket for your balls. So now I'm walking around like a kangaroo man. And that's not all. I feel like people can look at me and just see it. So we were at the cookout having a good time. I'm sitting on the grill, feeling a little down on my manhood, so I'm doing grill master tricks. Flipping burgers with my hand. When out of nowhere, I swear, we was having a good time. All of a sudden, I get, Charles, Charlie boy. It's my wife's grandfather. Charles, I know you're here, Charles. What's up, Pop? He said, my granddaughter should be a mother by now. What's wrong? Your men don't swim. I was shocked. I'm sitting up there with my men don't swim face. Get your grandfather. And that's not all. I feel the sting anytime I see my homeboys out there enjoying the joys of fatherhood, struggling with changing pampers, playing house, doctor, catch, any of that. They don't have to worry about their wives, grandfathers asking them questions. I'd do anything for that woman, even fight a spider. But why do I have to be under this scrutiny? Why do I have to be subjected to the cup?
Okay, y'all. So let's go through the life cycle of someone who's trying to conceive via fertility treatment.
Okay.
Okay, so but let's try to keep it simple, okay? So let's do an IUI cycle, okay? So just keep in mind, the more intense your infertility is, the more intense your treatment will be.
But you see, you can't even start right away.
No,
that
you
is the
can't.
worst part. And then you have to wait until the first day of your stupid cycle.
Yes.
Then you have to call your RE, that's your reproductive endocrinologist, and she says, wait again until day 3. Then,
Yes,
You
thank
get
you.
up at the crack of dawn,
Yes.
so you can get poked and prodded like a science.
6:30, 7:30, all the 30s in the morning.
What we mean is that you have to go get blood so they can measure your hormones. And then you gotta spread the seeds, right? And you go on down to this sperm where they photograph your empty womb to see if you produce a follicles. Those are eggs. You know, the eggs they say we run out of.
Girl,
at a certain
yeah.
age, so they say.
But wait. While your legs are open, you feel so humiliated.
Yes, you do. You do.
Because you're still, in fact, on the 3rd day of your period.
Yup.
And you have somebody up there with an oblong object just taking pictures.
Left and right,
Like
girl.
it's a photo shoot.
Yeah, you
You don't even want.
The uterus is posing like.
But wait. Let's be real. You don't even want to put your tampon up there on the 3rd day.
That's true.
Let's be real.
Exactly. So imagine your humiliation, right?
Yes.
Very humiliating.
Then, now you've made it to day 5. They now say that you have to take one of the many medications that will aid in the maturing of your follicles, your eggs, your children. You can take Clomid, Letrozole, Femara, the list goes on and on.
Right. It's really crazy though. So you finally finish your medication. Thank God. Because the side effects are awful.
He flashes
Yeah.
waiting
Girl,
for
you
you.
see this hair under my dress?
Now you have to go in to see if the medication works.
Right. So that entails you once again spreading your legs beside your husband or whoever you're with at the time.
Right.
Then take a picture. All right. Then you wait for them to say.
it's time to shoot yourself up with hormones
Yes,
again.
girl.
But these are the ones that will release the eggs that you've been growing.
Yeah, it's okay, right? It's okay, right?
I mean, scientists are just brilliant.
They
No,
are.
I give myself a needle.
But no, it's not just any needle, and it's not just any time. You gotta time that bad boy just right.
Yes.
It's like about like 24 to 36
Yes,
hours before your
24.
IUI appointment.
Right.
That's
So
about
here
right.
I am, standing in front of this
Come on,
man.
girl.
You got to do it.
Get yourself together. You can do it.
But you do it though.
I mean, yeah. That's why I call my mama. I ain't bringing myself.
Girl,
Yeah.
So once again, you wake up early at the crack of dawn, okay? You prepare your heart and your mind for the fact that this time it just might work.
Well, here comes the hardest part.
Give him room.
Focus on out.
Go ahead, do your thing.
And you have to be sensitive. It's early in the morning. You want to get it there in enough time. So you say, honey. He answers and look like, yeah. He knows.
You know what's coming. You know what it is.
You gotta go into the bathroom. And you knock on the door to try to want to help them. And you say, please, Lord, let it be okay in there, because you can't go in there, right? And he has to do in the cup, and you wait there by the door so it can go straight into a warm spot right between your breasts.
I put it right about here. I put it there.
You don't have any, so I don't know where you put it.
Look,
Touche.
if he comes out the bathroom and I don't ever want to do that again.
And you pregnant, and you never have to do it again.
Right.
So, finally make it into the office, where now they have to work their magic on the hope that lies in a cup in between your breasts.
Right.
And you like, God, please let there be good numbers. Right?
Right.
So now it's showtime, ladies, okay? You spread your legs one more time. Is that right? Hopefully this time you spread your legs so we're checking to see how healthy your baby is.
But then they tell you you have to wait 2 weeks. 2 more weeks. Everybody say 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Say 2 weeks. 2 weeks. Say 2 weeks. 2 weeks.
But then, during those 2 weeks, your mind starts to play tricks on you, okay?
Yes.
I mean, tricks.
Yes.
You start seeing things, you get delusional, like you go crazy. And I'm going to tell you, tricks are for kids. We want the kids, but not the tricks.
Thank you.
It's because the medication that they provide us is going to mimic pregnancy.
Right.
The awful drug is called progesterone.
My goodness. It is the worst. So you standing there, and you gotta take this oblong object and stick it up your
Exactly.
your hoo-ha.
Yourself.
Got you all in check.
And then, I'm telling you, this drug is the most messiest drug you could ever.
Oh my goodness.
Life.
I forgot about that.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm telling you, if progesterone was a person,
Oh, what would it be?
it would be a lying man.
Why you got the lie, Craig? No, wait. Why you got the lie progesterone? I'm saying right
All right, ladies, let's get back to you, okay?
Okay.
Okay. All right. So you will feel cramping.
Yes.
Yes. Your boobs will feel sore.
Yes.
Okay. You will feel nauseous.
Yes.
You'll feel all types of bugs trying to figure out whether or not these are early pregnancies.
I mean, you can drop this off absolutely insane.
Insane.
I mean, but for some women, it is early pregnancy symptoms. But for others, it's exactly what we know it to be.
What is it?
Our period
Our
comes
period
up.
comes.
It's your cycle. And you know what? While you're waiting to wake up again at the crack of dawn,
As early as they raided the mayor's house.
that early, but a little bit early. So then you gotta give blood just to confirm if you're pregnant or not. And while you're waiting for hours just to hear, congratulations, or I'm sorry.
Like you said, it's the waiting game.
It's the waiting game.
around me bask in the joys of pregnancy. I subject myself to the happiness of others, but inside y'all, I'm crumbling. I know that it's not intentional, okay? I get it, I know. But there's so much shame that I feel because I have been married and trying for so long that I think sometimes people forget I'm in the role. I suffer in silence when my mother, the woman I thought would have my back, when she rubs on another woman's belly besides mine, and then, while still rubbing, she looks over at me secretly in judgment like, baby girl, when is this gonna happen for you, huh? I suffer in silent anguish when my father tries to tell my husband how to make a baby. The thing is, we already know, but for some reason, it's just not working. I suffer in silence when my husband's friends try to plot ways to make me pregnant. When they literally look at me as if I'm an experiment. I'm even more sad that my husband has to be subjected to the embarrassment of his wife not being able to carry his seed yet. You see, they don't realize that when they do that, I feel as small as the smallest creature God has ever created. I just want I feel like I'm drowning in my thoughts, in my failures, in my shame, and in my loneliness. I suffer because somehow I have to smile. I have to smile because this is my family and these are my friends. I suffer trying to understand why. God, why? 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 What do they have when I am so desperately trying to possess? I suffer because I don't want to let them down with my tears. I suffer because I am supposed to be the strong one. I am the one that encourages and uplifts. It's always been my role. I suffer because I don't want anyone to see me in pain. Not even my husband. I suffer violently with the tears in my car. Where it's just me and God. And I pour my heart out to him, wondering if he ever hears me. God, do you hear me? God! Do you hear me? Do you ever hear me?
read his word, he reminds me that we should rejoice in our sufferings, right? Right? Mm-hmm. Because our sufferings, they produce endurance. And endurance, it produces character. And character, it produces hope. And to be honest, that's really all I have to look at right now. It's hope. But my journey in this is different. Because God promised me he'd wipe every tear from my eyes. He promised he would bring me joy in the morning. So, right now, I will wait for the peace of God. Because he will give me the strength I need to keep moving forward.
Yes.
I can't stop. I can't give up because he charged me to be fruitful and multiply. So, it's time for me to speak up and to stop suffering alone. God will give me the strength I need to keep moving forward until he keeps his promise.
God promised me a child. Promised me a child. I remember the day like it was yesterday. My wife was home. She was feeling down. Because we had gotten another negative result from our fertility treatments. And I can admit it. I was feeling down too. I'm the man, right? I'm the one who's supposed to be strong for my wife and lift her up. I was feeling really weak that day. It happened to be Sunday, and something told me to go to church, so I did. Service was awesome. The music ministry was on point, and the dance team had me moving. But inside, I was screaming, God! You're supposed to do the impossible. My wife is home. She's so despondent and broken. And worst of all, she won't even talk to me. How can I fix this, God? How can I fix me? Because while I'm smiling and laughing for everybody else, on the inside, heart and mind are in a battle. How can I produce the sperm needed for this conception of this beautiful child? My heart cried out. Thoughts spilled into my physical man. I kept crying and talking to God until I heard a clear and still voice. The voice said, wait for me. And wait for me, son. Wait for me. I have the perfect surprise for both you and Stephanie. I'm preparing the perfect children for you. God, did you say children? He answered yes. Children. But son, I have a mission that I need both you and Stephanie to fulfill before I can pour my blessing out to you. With that, I was able to get myself together. God told me I was going to have children. The funny thing is, when I got home, I didn't realize my wife was praying at the exact same moment. We looked at each other, and we just said, wait for him and trust him. From that point on, we were determined that we were going to stay steadfast and wait for him. It didn't matter if she got another negative pregnancy test. After another negative pregnancy test. If she didn't get pregnant till next month, next year, or the next few years, we're going to continue to stay steadfast. Because God proved to us that he heard us, and he cares for us, and that he loved us. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been 4 years. My wife, my darling Stephanie, is expecting, y'all. My God, my Lord and Savior, he proved to us that all we had to do was have faith, trust, and wait for him. And he delivered on his promise.
He said that I was cursed. This crazy man from my church had the audacity to look me in my face and say that I was cursed. He said, women who can't conceive are cursed. As I stood there with my heart in my hand, because he ripped it out with his words, you can't help but think that maybe there's some truth to what he's saying. Maybe what he's saying is true. I mean, I have had 3 miscarriages in the past 2 years. This journey has not been easy. In fact, it's been one of the hardest things that I ever had to deal with in my entire life. But I go on every day, I put on my smile, and I keep going because I know it's going to happen for me. I do. It's going to happen. Right? But what if what he's saying is true? What if something in my past or my generation has happened to cause me to be cursed? No. Stop. Don't do that. It's not true. It can't be true. Because the God that I serve, he's a forgiving God. Yes, he is. So anything in my past, he washed away.
Yes.
He washed it away. Yeah. My husband, Eddie, if he heard me talking like this, let me tell y'all, he is the most understanding man that I know. He, if you heard me talking like this, he was saying, hey, babe, chill. It's gonna be okay. Like, it's gonna happen for us. It's just not our time. It's just not our time. But when is it gonna be our time? When is it gonna be my turn? Every woman that I hold dear to my heart is a mother. Every single one. I'm the last to have a child. You say 1 in 8? It's more like 1 in 15 when it comes to me. I can slowly feel myself drifting away from the group. And I'm quite sure they wouldn't even notice. Because they're so caught up in the ghouls and the guys of their children just looking up at them with their beautiful eyes. Now my problems, it's just not that important to them. Anyway,
Did I tell you about my husband, Eddie? He is the most understanding man that I know. I'm telling y'all. He always finds a way to encourage me to push past the hurt that I feel in my heart. And don't let me be mad in front of him because he right there. He like, babe, what's wrong? I'm just like, you know what? He just like, what? I'm just like, you just know what? He like, yeah, I know what. Don't even know what I'm talking about. Just like, yeah, I know. Yeah, forget them. I'm just like, what? And when I cry, he holds me when I cry. And he prays for me. He prays for us while we're in this horrible season. He's always praying for me. And I know it hurts him. I do. I know it hurts him that he's not a father yet. I know it hurts him when I'm curled up every month on the couch crying and cramping and depressed. I know that it hurts him. And I know it hurts him when I'm trying my best not to cry loud so he don't hear me. I know it hurts him because I know that he hears me and I know that it hurts him, but yet he still prays for me. He prays for me, not him, me. You know, his spirit reminds me of Elkanah. I read 1 Samuel every day. That's where I find my hope. You know, the story of Hannah. Well, if you don't know, I'm going to give you a brief synopsis. You see, Hannah was married to Elkanah. And Elkanah, he loved her so much. But he was also married to Peninnah. Now, let me tell y'all, 2019, I'm just glad that you legally, let's say legally, can only be married to one person, okay? Because I could not share my man with somebody else. I'm just saying, especially a woman who can conceive for him, and I couldn't. So let's get back to Peninnah. So Peninnah, she was awful. I mean, like awful to Hannah. She was so awful to her because she couldn't conceive for Elkanah like she could. So every year they would go to Shiloh. It's like a tabernacle, a church, somewhere you go to pray. And Hannah, she would pray. Hannah would pray and pray and pray that God would just take the shame that she felt from not being able to conceive like other women could. And one day while she was there, it was the priest Eli. He came to her and he said, "Are you drunk?" He asked her if she was drunk. Can you imagine that? She was praying so hard that someone thought that she was drunk. Can you imagine praying for something so hard that somebody thinks that you're drunk? I mean, I can imagine that. I pray to God every day. I pray to him every day that I know that he's tired of me, but I keep on praying. Well, back to Hannah. She assured Eli that, in fact, she was not drunk, but that she was praying. And she told him everything that she was going through. Everything. And do you want to know what he said to her? He said, God will answer your request. And in time, God did just that for her. He answered her request. Can you believe that God answered her request? The Word of God says, he satisfies all who loves and trusts in him. And he keeps every promise that he makes. I pray to God every day for him to answer my prayers and give me a miracle. Every day. Do you know how hard it is to see other women producing and harvesting for their mate? I pray that God can heed to my request like he did to Hannah. I want a son. I want my womb to bear fruit. I want my womb to blossom like a flower in the spring. I want to be able to say that at the end of this, the Lord has heard my prayer, and for this child I prayed. God, I promise. I promise I will raise my son to be the man that you want him to be. You know what I noticed about the women in the Bible that suffer from infertility? They're all blessed with sons. And they grow up to be great men for God. I want that for my son. I mean, I have faith and I have hope that that will happen to me. Like, why wouldn't it? I don't know why he wouldn't answer my prayers. I mean, I love God and my son will love him too. It's going to happen for me. It will. Because I'm going to keep seeking his face. And he will give me the desires of my heart.
Process of the journey, y'all. Right now, we're in the waiting phase.
We have to deal with ignorant people. We have to muster up the courage to answer the questions that we don't want to answer.
We have to explain to our parents why it's taking so long to be grandparents.
I will continue to smile when my boys joke on me about not having children yet.
I will continue to show up at baby showers because they are my friends. So I'll show up with a smile.
I will continue to be pricked and prodded because this is what I want.
I will continue to produce in a cup so that my wife can be a mother, so that I can be a dad.
I will continue to pray.
Continue to have faith. Faith that it will happen.
It will happen.
It will happen.
I will hold on to his promise.
We will have faith.
Our time is coming, whether naturally or through adoption.
Our time is coming. Even with this just being peace, that this is our time right now.
We have hope.
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 Hope. Hope.
Hope.
Hope.
Oh,
And at the end of this, we will declare, for this child is who we prayed for.
Our time will come.
Our time will come.
Man 1, Jamal Mills. Man 1, Jamal Mills. Our producer and director, Sharon Tyra.